What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and a new plan has been unveiled to provide additional stimulus checks. That's right, just came out, and this is your stimulus check update. And take a look at this, you guys. Democrats unveil a plan to issue quarterly checks to Americans by taxing oil companies posting huge profits. And that is right, they're saying that they want to give out quarterly stimulus checks to people to help with these gas prices. Take a look at this, you guys. Financial experts are saying that high gas prices and climbing inflation could lead to a recession. And there's a lot of financial experts saying that we have already entered into it. We just don't know it yet. The recession is already here. And this is getting a lot of support from lawmakers. A oil or gas increase inflation stimulus check. They're saying that Americans need it. Take a look. What can California do to tackle the soaring gas prices? Tax cuts, rebates, aka stimulus checks, are up for discussion. And you guys, this is getting support already in California, lawmakers across the board, and now Congress is releasing a plan to do this on a federal level. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I know a lot of people have been asking for that forced stimulus check of $2,000 that they felt that Congress had said they were going to do, and they didn't. Also, we had progressives and Democratic members of Congress saying that we needed monthly reoccurring checks. They wanted that Build Back Better bill to be $6 trillion, $7 trillion, $10 trillion of additional spending to provide monthly reoccurring checks. And we had over 3 million signatures on that petition saying that we need monthly reoccurring checks. And now, you guys, they're saying that there's a potential plan coming out for quarterly checks to go out to people to help combat the gas and oil prices. So we're going to dive right in, get you caught up on the latest. Like I said, you can never give up on these things. People say that it's never going to happen and things like this. You guys, they said that about the first stimulus check. Then we had a second and a third. There possibly could be a fourth. Now, right now, Congress has not been talking about it, but sure enough, it's come back up. And here is the thing. This is a midterm election year, which means that come November, Democrats, which are in full control of Congress, the House, the Senate, and the presidency, are going to want to stay in power. And they're going to want to remind people, hey, when the elections come around, you should vote for us to stay in place, to stay in power. So I think there's a strong possibility we could see new forms of legislation with direct payments to people possibly coming out more and more as we get closer to these midterm elections. Now, whether or not that will convince the American people to keep them in power, we will see. But you guys, I'm going to get you caught up on the latest as this new plan has just been released. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do, if you could do me a quick favor, just takes a second. If you appreciate the updates, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. Share this out if you think it's going to help out other people. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. You can come join the RAM fam. I'll keep you up to date on new stimulus checks, Build Back Better, Building a Better America, Congress legislation, everything going on. Totally free. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram, shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so link in the description below to this Business Insider article that just came out that says Democrats unveil a plan to issue quarterly checks to Americans by taxing oil companies posting huge profits. And yes, they want to tax the oil companies, take that money, and then give direct payments out to people. Now, the article says Democrats, they introduced a bill on Thursday, yesterday, to tax the largest oil companies, which are recording their biggest profits in years, and then use the money to provide quarterly checks to Americans facing sticker shock just about everywhere that they look. Now, the legislation would apply only to large firms like ExxonMobil that produce or import over 300,000 oil barrels a day and exempt smaller companies. The 50% tax would be imposed on the difference between the current price of a barrel and the average price between 2015 and 2019. And I can tell you right now, I don't know the average price, but I'm betting that this is going to be a significant difference because just recently it has just shot up. Now, Representative Ro Khanna of California and Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island are the bill's main sponsors. Co-sponsors include Senators Bernie Sanders of Vermont, Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, Michael Burnett of Colorado, and Sherrod Brown of Ohio. The plan would also establish a quarterly payment program to provide direct payments to the Americans struggling with the rising gas prices. The income threshold in the bills are similar to those of the third stimulus check issued last year. Individual tax filers making under $75,000 and couples with $150,000 would receive payments at $120 $60 a barrel, single filers would receive $240 a year, and joint filers would receive $360. So these would be significantly smaller, but still something to help pay for the increased gas prices, and you would be receiving quarterly checks. Now, the bigger thing is that it's going to save everyone money. Kana said in an interview, if you're big oil and you look at this, you're not going to want to pay this tax, and so you're going to be willing to lower the price. The plan faces long odds to become law as Republicans are opposed to tax hikes and centrist Democrats may balk at the measure as well. A spokesperson for Senator Joe Manchin's office didn't immediately respond to the request for comments either. So Senator Joe Manchin, as you know, is one of those moderate centrist Democrats, and he's one of the ones they're going to need to convince, especially if they try to pass something through the process of reconciliation. Energy prices are spiking in the aftermath of the Russian invasion of Ukraine because the traders shunning Russian oil, which cuts one of the largest oil producers out of our global markets. Now, climbing prices have prompted firms like ExxonMobil and Chevron to report their biggest profits in years, even before the Kremlin embarked on its military campaign. The average cost of gasoline reached $4.31 a gallon on Thursday. According to AAA, it's likely to creep up even further, with the U.S. imposing a ban on all Russian energy imports to punish Russian President Vladimir Putin. So you guys, let me know your thoughts. We could be looking at quarterly stimulus checks coming out, and this is going to be a tax on major oil companies as they're increasing their prices. This is going to cause them to want to bring prices down, so that way the difference of that average between 2015 and 2019 isn't so significant to the price that they're charging now. So this might convince them to bring gas prices down or pay a hefty tax that will then be sent out to the American people in direct payments. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think this is a clever, good idea, or do you think this is something that should not be done at this time? Let me know in the comments down below. But you guys, new plans released, and like I said, it's very likely as we get closer to the midterm elections, we could see more legislation, more proposals, more bills released that could be providing direct payments to the American people. And I'll be sure to keep you up to date here on the channel. And also, if you missed my last video, be sure to check it out, as we heard that the House and the Senate, they did pass the Omnibus Bill, which is going to be providing spending, government funding, and also additional support to Ukraine as they're being attacked at this time by Russia. And I'll keep you up to date on everything as we go forward. And with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. As always, if you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Helps me out a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out, hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell to stay up to date. Join me on Instagram if you got any specific questions. And I hope that you and the family have a blessed weekend. Second channel, more content is going to be coming on Steve Ram Finance. Consider joining, and I'll be sharing on this channel videos released from that channel as well. So you guys, again, hope that you and the family have a blessed weekend. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.